So today we are going to do a party look. We're going to focus on eyes, cheeks, and lip. And today I want to kind of get away from the bold, smoky eye and the super heavy contouring that we usually go to for a party look. And this year, let's kind of change it up and use highlighting instead. So I'm going to get rid of the smoky eye and the heavy contouring, and we're going to use highlighting. Now for the eye, I'm going to do something a little different. Of course, I'm going to start with my primer. And typically, I like to use a nice sheer primer, but today I'm using one that has a skin color pigment, because today I'm not going to be using high pigmented shadows. I'm going for a more iridescent look, so I want to make sure that I cover up all the red and all the veins on my eyelids. Next, I'm going to choose a nice sparkly iridescent shadow. Normally, this is not for the faint of heart, but again, we're wanting to create drama with highlighting. So this is really going to make your eyelid pop, and it's great for a party at night, because the lights are usually dim and the candles are lit, so we really want to play with that light. So what I love for a more iridescent and sparkling shadow are these roll-ons, and a lot of makeup brands make them. A really great affordable brand that I love is NYX. It's just, there's not a lot of fallout, and it stays on the eye. So this is a great I don't believe you can get it at the drugstore, but it's a great buy for Sephora, also for your average novice. And I like to actually put the ball right onto my eyelid. One, because of the fallout, rather than using a brush, because again, I'm dealing with lots of sparkles here. And then I pat it in with my fingertip. Will help it to stay right in place. So go ahead and be liberal and push in with your finger. Now, typically I wouldn't have my whole face makeup on just yet, but I don't want to be in front of you guys without all my face makeup. So the fallout wouldn't matter just as much, but that's what my primer's for right now. And then push it in. Now, don't really go, make sure not to go about that crease, just into the crease. We don't want sparkles everywhere. Do the other side. Push it in. Making sure not to go over that crease. To finish our eye, our eyeshadow, in the crease, I'm going to use something that just about every woman has, and grab your bronzer block. And I know this sounds counterintuitive. My favorite bronzer blocks are Physicians Formula makes a great one, and Bobbi Brown. Right now I'm going to use my Physicians Formula one. This is my favorite right now. Again, something else that you can get at the drugstore. So this is a look that every single woman can recreate. The reason I'm using my bronzer today for my eye as opposed to a more high pigmented shadow is because I'm going for a more iridescent, glowing look. I want to look natural, and I want the light to play off my face at a party. So I'm going to choose my sheer bronzer here, okay? And this is going to give me a very natural look, and this is going to work for really any skin tone. Just right into the crease. It's a very subtle look. Right into the crease. Blend. Very subtle. Again, the drama comes from the highlighting. So to complete my eye, I am opting to not go for a heavy liner. I'm actually not going to line my eye at all. Now, you can choose to line your eye if you like, and if you do, I would recommend just a very subtle little kitten eye, maybe bring it out at the edge and blend into the corner rather than lining in all the way to the corner. But for this look, I want a more subtle drama, so I'm going to let the highlighting do the work. And I'm going to apply false lashes. That's going to give me the drama and the line I need on my eye. Also, I filled in my brows and made sure that they were defined and darkened for evening. Applying false lashes can be very tricky, especially on yourself. My one trick is to let the glue get tacky for about 30 seconds before applying it to your lash line. Otherwise, it won't stick and it'll just slide all over the place and you'll create a huge mess of glue all over and you'll be extremely frustrated. So you're going to very gently and lightly put glue on the strip here. I won't lie and say that this doesn't take practice. The key is to put enough on, but not too much. I like to wave it, let it dry, get tacky, 30 seconds. Once your glue is tacky, I'm going to go ahead and apply. I like to stick the strip directly in the middle of my eye, and then I go for the corners. Push the strip into the lash. Make sure to push it in firmly. That's an important step. Don't just let it lay on the eye. There we go. Don't mind that glue.
So yeah, I'm assuming he's been
Push it in. So in this look, we are getting rid of the heavy contouring and shading. And so for the cheeks, I am not going to use my typical bronzer for contouring. To define the cheeks, we're simply going to use blush and highlighter. The idea is to get a nice flushed, natural flushed look, like you were talking with your crush at a party. We want it to be really supernatural. So the best shades for that is a nice pinky pink or a peach. And my skin tone can go either way. I can use a pink or a peach. Just because I'm not so dark and I'm not super light, so my skin can take either. Or if you're super fair skin and you have a lot of pink already in your skin, go for that light peach color to give you your flush. If you're a little darker, go ahead and experiment with either the peach or the pink. I'm gonna go with the pink for this today. I'm gonna get my blush brush. I'm gonna put a good deal amount of product on there because again, this is what I'm using to define my face. I also like a blush that is not matte because again, we're not going for a matte look here tonight. We're going for a iridescent glow. So apple of the cheek. No striping, no streaking up to the hairline. We want apples of the cheek. You're blushing. Somebody's made you giggle. You have a crush at the party. And I like to set my powder on the apples of my cheek rather than brushing it. Now that's a lot, but we are going to blend. I'm setting my powder on the apples of my cheek. Very natural. Bring it out just a tad. Very lightly, I'm using this brush to brush it out. Very lightly. Very natural. Now, I am going to blend this in just a little bit. Don't add any powder to your brush, but there's going to be a sufficient amount of powder, face powder on your blush already to do the blending. And we don't want to remove it, we just want to blend it in. See, I don't have any bronzer here under my cheek. but it's defined. Now, for my sisters who need a little help defining the cheek area, you can go ahead and use your bronzer. But I would just use a very small swipe right here, okay? I'm not going to do that for these purposes, but go ahead and use a very light bronzer and just underneath where you've placed your colored blush if you need help contouring your cheeks. So I have some darker skin tone and some olive in me, so I'm gonna use this whiter pearl color and I'm gonna draw in the more nude. If you're lighter skinned, go ahead and just use the white or the pearl. I'm gonna take my highlighting brush. I'm gonna take it at my temples here, by my eye, right there. This is also called strobing. This is a very big trend right now. I'm gonna take it on the other side. I take this lighter highlighting color that I'm using, and I'm gonna put it very controlled and small amount right here. Now, if you do too much, you're going to look greasy. So just a little a bit. And down the bridge of the nose. Right. Now that the glue on this lashes has had time to dry, we're gonna go ahead and finish up by incorporating our real lashes with the falsies and creating a little more drama with the color, the black. All the way through. If we do this sooner, it will pull the lash off. It will compromise the drying of the glue. You're gonna line your lip, find yourself a nude liner. It's very difficult to match liners, especially when you're getting into dark colors. So just go ahead and use a nude color that will match your lip. So line your lip. Make sure not to shortchange yourself. Don't line inside, but don't line outside. Line on the line. All the way down. Shade this all in my lips. This is gonna create a binding effect, a primer, if you will. It'll help your lipstick to stay put. We have our lips lined and filled in with a liner. Go ahead and put our lip color on. I like to start at the most critical part of the lip. Get those arches taken care of. Now you can use a lip brush if you're sharing lipsticks, but especially for a darker lip, I like to use the shape that's been provided. It's very helpful to fill in the lines. I'm going to make sure that there's not too much product here in the crease. I've ever seen somebody who's wearing dark lipstick and it starts to kind of well up there and get crusty. That's not a good look. So make sure that it's not completely removed, but it's not thick there. Okay? Another trick is when you see somebody with dark lipstick and they have a rim around their lip that's darker right here, that's also not a good look. The trick to that is either you take your finger and you go like this. It's only going to remove what needs to be removed. See that? That's what creates the line right in here. And then do not go like that, okay? Because you will destroy the shape that you've just made with your liner and with your lipstick. You're going to press your lips together. And there, right, remove some of that buildup. Make sure you blend it in so it's not bare. Very important how you apply dark lipstick. My look is done.